Fourth grade into math, lesson 7.3. Divide by one-digit number. I can divide a multi-digit number by a one-digit number and check the answer. Step it out. Number 1. Jenny has 4,155 tickets for the air show. She gives the same number of tickets to 4 schools in the area. How many tickets does each school get? Divide the thousands. So we're going into each place value, right, guys? Okay. So how many times does 4 go into 4? One time. So I'm going to put a 1 up here. So we just said it went in there 1 time. Then 4 times 1 is 4. So we are going to subtract 4,000 in groups. So 4 minus 4 is what? 0. And I bring down the 1. Okay. Now we're dividing the hundreds. Can 4 go into 1? No. So I put a 0 up here to hold my spot. And then what is 4 times 0? Is 0. So now I subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. And I bring down the 5. Okay. So how many 10s did I end up having? I had 10 10s, right? Okay. So then now we're dividing the 10s. So how many times can 4 go into 15? 3 times. If 4 will not work because 4 times 4 is 16, so you're too high. So 3 times 4 is 12. 15. Oh, I forgot to put our 3 here, and then we said 12, right? 15 minus 12 is what? 3. So we have 3 10s left over. Okay. Then I bring down my what? I bring down my 5. So how many times does 4 go into 35? 8 times. So 8 times 4 is what? 32. Okay. So we said 8. And then we said we're going to subtract 32. So 35 minus 32 is 3. So we have 3 left over. So our answer would be 1,038, remainder 3. Okay. Now, how many tickets total will they get? 1,038, but we don't need the remainder, right? Okay. Step it out. Number 2, division and multiplication are inverse operations. So you can use multiplication to check your answer to a division problem. Show the relationship between multiplication and division when there is no remainder. Okay, so the dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. Or the quotient times the, what I take it times the divisor or the dividend? Divisor, okay? Equals the dividend. Show the relationship when there is a remainder. So the whole number quotient times, what are we doing? Times what, guys?
Times
the divisor. Plus the what?
Plus the dividend.
Plus the remainder equals the dividend. Okay, so they have a little problem set up here for us, and they already got us the answer with the remainder. It's exactly what we just did on the other side, right? Yeah. Okay, so to check this, what am I going to do first? We said we're going to take the quotient, which is 1,038, times the what? The divisor, which what's the divisor? 4. I'm going to take it times 4. So 4 times 8 is what?
4 times 8.
It's not 36, it's 32. And carry the 3. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15. So put a 5 and carry a 1. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Okay. Now, was that the answer we had on the other side? No, because we have to add in the remainder, which is 3. So plus 3. So 5, 5, 1, 4. Now, was that the original number we started with?
Yes.
Yes, because this matches that. All right, how many times does 2 go into 3? 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And bring down my 4. Remember, keep everything in line. How many times does 2? How many times does 2 go into 14? 7 times. So 7 times 2 gives us 14. Nothing left over. Bring down my 7. How many times does 2 go into 7? 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. One left over. Bring down our 1. How many times does 2 go into 11? 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. And I don't have room to write that there, guys. So what does that equal? 1. So 1,735 remainder 1. Okay, now we're going to check it. So I'm going to draw a line right here. Okay, so what am I going to multiply? My quotient, 1,735 times my divisor. What's my divisor? 2. Okay, 5 times 2 is what? The 0, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is, plus 1 is, 7 times 2 is, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is, 2 plus 1 is, and that's supposed to be a 4, right, guys? Okay, and then we have to add our remainder of 1. So 1, 7, 4, 3. Does this number match that number? Yes. All right, number 2. So 51,045, sorry, not 51,000, 5,145 divided by 5. Okay, how many times does 5 go into 5? 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Bring down the 1. Can 5 go into 1? No. So what do? I put a 0 up top. 0 times 5 is 0. So I have still 1, right? Okay. What do I do now? Bring down the 4. How many times does 5 go into 14? 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. So now I subtract. 14 minus 10 is what? 4. And bring down the 5. How many times does 5 go into 45 without going over? 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. So, do I have anything else to bring down? Do I have a remainder? No. So now we're going to check it. So now I'm going to take 1,029 times what? Times 5. 9 times 5 is the 5. Carry the 4. 5 times 2 is plus 4 is. Carry the 1. 5 times 0 is plus 1 is. And then 5 times 1 is 5. Does this match that? Yes. So our 1,029 is the correct answer. On your own, number 3, reason. A single engine airplane with fuel can carry a maximum of 460 pounds in cargo. The pilot wants to load 5 boxes of equipment. If all the boxes have the same weight, what is the maximum weight each box can have? So we need to pull out our information. And what are we pulling out? 460 pounds, 5 boxes. And then if they all have the same weight, what is the maximum weight of each box? So what am I going to do? Well, there's a total of 460 pounds, and there's 5 boxes, and they want to distribute that evenly. So what am I going to do? Divide. So I'm going to take 460 divided by 5. Now, if you need to, you can turn your page and write vertically this way. Okay, so then that would give you enough room. So 460 divided by 5. So can I take 5 into 4? No, so I put a 0. Now I'm going to take 5 into what? 46. How many times does 5 go into 46 without going over? 9 times. So I'm going to put a 9 here. So 9 times 5 is what, guys? 45. So 46 minus 45 is what? 1. Okay. Then what do? I bring down the 0. How many times does 5 go into 10? 2 times. So 2 times 5 is 10. And nothing left over. Do I have anything else to bring down? No. Okay, so now we're going to check it. So 92 times 5 equals what? 5 times 2 is what? 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 9 is 45 plus 1 is 460. So does this match that? Yes, so 92 is correct. So our answer would be 92 what? Pounds. Okay, we're going to cross off these problems so that we can get more practice using our homework. On your own, 9. The force of wind can change how fast an airplane flies. With a tailwind, a plane flies 2,340 miles in 5 hours. With a headwind, the plane flies the same distance in 6 hours. If the plane with the headwind flies the same distance every hour, how many miles does it fly each hour? Okay, so we need to pull out our information. What are we going to pull out? Right, and then with a headwind, the plane flies the same distance in 6 hours. If the plane with the headwind flies the same distance every hour, how many miles does it fly each hour? So what do we need to do? So what's our division problem going to be? Okay, so we pulled out our information and they wanted the headwind. So we took 2,340 divided by 6 and got 390, and we went ahead and checked that over to the side to see if we got the correct answer, and we did. So we're going to do number 10, work it out, see what we get, and then we'll check with each other, and then we're going to do number 12 and see what they did wrong and check that as well. Okay, so we pull out 2,156 and 4, and we're going to take 2,156 divided by 4 and figure out what we will get for our answer. All right, can 4 go into 2? No. So I put a 0. Can 4 go into 21? Yes. How many times? 5 times. So 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so we divided that out. We got 539, and then we took 539 times 4 to double check, and that did get us the correct answer. So each ticket costs $539. We're crossing out number 11, and then number 12, we're going to figure out what they messed up on that, and to figure out what the correct answer actually would be. Okay, so over the work they had before, we showed what the correct work should have been. And then we answered no, because he should have started in the thousands place and not the hundreds, right? And he should have put a 0 in the hundreds to help hold his spot. Okay.